Partying.
Okay, and we're live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Sportscast today. I'm very excited. It's our first interview for the year. We've been working on all the production side of things. And yeah, very happy to have my guest here, Charles Moabelo. Please, would you like to introduce yourself and just tell us where you're from?
Yeah, Rito. Thanks so much for for testing your equipment with me. Because obviously, yeah, you're learning a lot of stuff. I'm Charles. I'm from Alex, originally from Limpopo,
Yes.
by the way. Yeah, but I'm from Alex, and yeah, I'm just chilling in Alex, where my family is, my parents, and where my kids are and all that. Yeah, but I'm not staying with my parents. I'm not saying I'm staying with my parents.
You don't want people
Yeah.
to think, hey, this Madala, yeah, he's still with his parents.
Well, I'm still young, bro. So many, so many people might think that I'm old. I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
you're not.
Yeah, I'm still very young, but yeah, no. I'm taking care of myself and my kids. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's me.
And I can be attest to that because I spend so much time with you during work hours. Always fit, always running around. You get frustrated if you don't run around. So I guess that's where the health comes in,
Yeah.
keeping fit, keeping healthy. But that's awesome, man. On that note, would you like to tell us a bit more about your upbringing from Limpopo to Alex? How did you go from Limpopo to Alex?
Yeah, well, so in the 80s when I was born, stayed in Limpopo, a place called Motlajeng. In English, they would say Vetlech. You know, those are still apartheid places there.
Yeah, yeah.
But most of the people will say, "Yeah, this one comes from the Bundus." Yeah, you can say Bundus. You also come from the Bundus, so it's fine. I grew up there under my grandmother's watch. You know, my parents were this side in Joburg. Uh, I only saw my parents what twice a year, which is your June holidays, which is your December holidays. It was tough because they were just trying, their best to take care of us the way they can, but without living with us. They were living in a shack when they in Alex, and at home at least we have a house. We have our grandmother there. It was me and my brother. So I've learned a lot before I even came to Joburg to take care of my brother first of all. At a very young age, I was still in prep.
Sheesh.
When you walk into school, you grabbing your brother's hand, drop
Yes,
them by the crash
yes.
and all that. But I learned a lot. I learned how to cook for my brother at a flipping young age. Um, there was nothing that I didn't learn at home under that magogo. It's my mother's, I mean my dad's mom. So yeah, may her soul rest in peace. But yeah, I'm glad. And I came this side in 95. Yeah, I came this side in 95. I was doing standard 4, which is
Yes,
your what? Grade 6 there.
yes. Grade six now.
Yeah, which is your grade 6. And you know that the change from that side where you didn't have your electricity, you didn't have um what can I say? You didn't have a TV. But when you come this side, at least you have a lot of those things that are happening here. So it was just a big growth from
That's a big
Limpopo.
shift
Yeah, it's a
from
big.
rural, the OG rural, the real
Yeah,
rural,
bruh, that's
to
proper.
a bit more modern, being Alex. I think we can obviously modernize a lot more, but
Yeah,
that's quite a shift.
it is, man, and I enjoyed myself this side. But it was that time where your 94, 95s, where Alex was sleeping at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
They don't give a damn. At 9 o'clock, soldiers will be roaming
Oh
around and
wow.
all that. You sleep at that time. Even though you are not asleep, but you need to be in your,
in your home.
yeah, in
So
your
that was
home.
still obviously the early days of just the shift
Yeah,
between
yeah, yeah.
the 94 elections. So there was still that sort of, how can I say, structure still
Yeah.
around. Up until what time would you say did that end?
It ended towards your 97, 98, and then everything was quite nice and chilled. Even though there were a lot of changes happening there. Grew up in a shack there in Alex, staying with my mom and dad and my brother. Again, building from that shack, getting into 2 rooms, getting from two
More
rooms to
growth.
3 rooms, more growth, as time goes. And it was lovely. But at the same time, I was a stud kid,
Yes.
a proper.
As I guess any kid would be, especially boys, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Lord, Alex was rough, bruh. I'm not gonna lie to you. As young as I was, when I wake up, you might find somebody dead outside of your driveway or wherever. It was tough that time.
Yeah.
But we managed to grow in that environment. I mean, even now, everyone can be safe coming to Alex. You have people from Soweto, Tembisa that are scared even now to come into Alex. But people from Alex, they're not scared.
Yes.
They're not scared. You can just bring. I have a white friend that used to come to Alex.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've been to Alex as well
yeah,
on numerous occasions, and it's quite it's nice. I'm fascinated by, you know what fascinates me a lot about, can I say, the black
yeah,
communities.
yeah.
Bro, you at 10 p.m. there'll still be people trying to make a buck. Selling chicken, selling vor, selling quota, and I think that's important for a community like my community.
Mm.
It's either you're indoors or you're on the street. There's no one being an entrepreneur to say, I'm going to provide for my family. And who knows what time those people started.
Yeah,
But to come and see the community still so alive at that time of the evening is quite fascinating. I'm always fascinated. You go to Soweto, you'll find the same. You go to Alex, you'll find the
mm.
same. You go to Aldo's, not so much.
Not so much.
So I think there's a lot we can learn in that regard. I know I was speaking to my mom. She wants to start and I gave her the idea of having a 24-hour show.
All right.
So hopefully in future we can work on that because I believe, I mean, that's where I learned it from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, you can at any time, even morning hours, you will find people selling, bro.
Yeah, so you buy Maguinya in the morning. During the day, around about your 12, 1-ish minute, scope, and Manina later on again, it can still happen. The same thing. You have your chicken that is being fried, you have Mountwana on the street, your chicken dust. They call it chicken dust,
Yes.
but it's Mountwana, chicken feet.
Yeah.
And it's just life. If I have 20 bucks,
You
I'm
find, bro.
sorted.
You
I will
can live.
never, I will
20
never
rand a
go,
day, you can feed a family there in Alex.
bruh, I can never go home or go to sleep hungry
Yes.
if I have 20 bucks in Alex.
That's incredible, bro.
As much as things are starting to be more expensive and all that, also those guys are growing their business and all that. The prices are going up. But for me, it's still cheaper,
Yeah.
to
It's still
survive.
way cheaper,
It's still
100%.
way cheaper to survive in Alex. But I don't know about other communities because now I grew up there. I spent lots of time there, and I'm still there. I don't know if I ever go out,
Yeah.
like out.
Yes.
But yeah, that will come with time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm
You
not
can,
predicting anything.
yeah, yeah. You can always just buy a piece of land and build there and stay there, you
Oh,
know?
nah. There's no piece of land to tell you the truth.
Yes. Oh,
It's
yeah,
either
because
you go up,
it's quite populated, so you have to go up.
you have to go up. I'll deal with electricity when going up. But
Yes.
it's part of life, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I want to touch on something you mentioned that you obviously took care of your brother when
Yeah.
you were very little, and I just want to commend you on that because we recently went on tour, and you took care of us. You know, um, every single day, everything we had this cooler.
Yeah.
That cooler was so strategically packed. or everything we had was so strategized in terms of, hey, coachy, I would like to have, those snack bars.
Yeah, yeah,
Look
yeah.
there. I would like to have an energy. Look there. And when you open that cooler, it's not just everything dumped there.
No, 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 no.
Everything was perfectly, packed. And I guess your kids are they I'm sure they are grateful to have you as a dad, because just something small like that, you know, I wouldn't personally have done that.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I've learned from you being on tour with you to say, hey, when you pack, this is how it should be.
Yeah, look, it's what what you learn along the way uh, when you grow up. My mom is very strict. Um, she's very strict in terms of how to put things, how to align things. She doesn't want shoes to be where she doesn't want shoes.
Shoes are here.
Shoes are here, yeah, here. So in terms of me packing as we were on tour, um, I remember we had what 12 kids. Obviously, we had water, we had so many things, your lunch bars and everything. But in that cooler box, you need to have lunch bar because they love sweets. You need to have your jelly, whatever. You have to have your fruits. You need to have your drinks, different kind of drinks. You know what I mean? Drinks, obviously, they stay in a cooler
Yeah.
box. You have your snacks. Boys after the break or whenever during the match, they just come and just show over. I was so happy that I was there.
Yes.
Also the boys have learned a lot.
Yeah.
To take care of their stuff, to put their stuff so that you don't lose your stuff.
Yeah.
Because the minute you put things in a bulk or just mixing
You're gonna
them,
lose things.
you're gonna lose things.
I
And
would say, yeah, sorry, I would say you were the army general taking care of us there. This is the way. There's no other way.
no, no, thanks, man. I did my best. I just wanted to share something. As I said on that talk to the boys, is that you are here without parents, but you have three parents.
Yeah.
So it's me as Coach Charlie. We have Coach Reese. We have Coach Eugene. We have only three parents, and you have 12. You guys are 12. So when someone speaks, it's either you listen or you don't want to listen.
Yeah.
We're not gonna force you. This is not how you're gonna behave like you are at home. Here, it's somebody's place.
Yes.
We need to respect them. So it's a lesson taught. It's not all about going, okay, I'm going on a camp, I'm going on a trip or school trip, whatever.
And just do whatever you want.
You just do whatever because we have people that can actually clean and all that. No, start cleaning your stuff before those people come in.
Yeah, I think for me, I wouldn't like when I saw those small little things, I thought to myself, I would never ever choose another assistant coach ever again. If I need an assistant coach, because that structure then filters into your game.
Yeah,
Because I have a certain way of how we want to play, but how do we keep the discipline off the field
yes,
so that we can then implement that discipline in the game? And I mean, I think we've seen it, with the results we came back with. So yeah, very grateful. I just thought, you see how that small thing of taking care of your sibling led to how you then, implemented your role within the team. And look where it's gone now. I mean, that's a 5-10 minute conversation just on that one lesson. And I
yes,
mean,
yes.
that is a life lesson for me.
It
You
is,
know,
bro. We learn a lot from our kids. We learn a lot from people that you don't know. Basically, I think we learn more on the people that we don't
yes.
we don't actually stay with. You know, people that we don't know. I learn a lot from you. I learn a lot from other coaches that we work with. You know, life it's a learning progress. You learn and learn and learn and learn until
Yes.
you don't know anything until you see something. Then you start thinking, oh flip, I actually don't know this. You know. So that's why I'm saying we learn and share our learnings. So that's what I did.
And it's either you grasp
Yeah,
or you don't grasp,
yeah.
as
I
you were
mean,
saying.
those boys are still growing up. They just need to learn basics.
Yeah, I mean, even their lives have changed being on that tour. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw the feedback that we got from parents as well. And
That was amazing.
And yeah, just that teachings, now you know how to conduct yourself going forward when you're on sports tours.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
No, that's awesome, man. Who would you say um, influenced you the most during your childhood?
I'll
You
say,
mentioned Magogo,
yeah, yeah,
and obviously that that's that's your entire life. She influenced basically who you are today.
100%. Because I was not there with my parents.
Yes.
She was there. I mean, on my birthday, my parents will send a cake from Josie,
Yeah.
not to send money to Magogo to buy me a cake.
Yes.
No, they will buy a cake from Josie. It will get transported to Limpopo. During um, transportation of that cake, it might get ruined on the way, and
True.
and it happened. It happened once.
Yes.
So, because my birthday is on the 25th of December, which is your Christmas day,
Yes.
everyone wants to chow your
Every
cake,
yeah. Yeah.
and then you get that cake is rotten. I
Yes.
mean, it's been sended since June.
Oh, wow.
And the
But it
driver,
was the thought.
it was the thought, man. I'm happy that my parents were there. You know, they were there even though they were far.
Yeah.
I'm glad that my gogo was there. She's my mentor. I will say that.
Yeah.
Um, of me learning so much. As much as I was that naughty boy who's doesn't like listening, but I was doing.
Yes.
You know, listening, yes, I'll get angry because now I had to do my job. I had to do my brother's job. I had to do house chores. She'll be chilling. She's an older. She'll say,
Yeah.
"Hey, clean there." I'll
You
chase the
must just do.
I'll chase the cockroaches, Rashid.
Yeah, she's not gonna do that.
So I'll basically say my grandmother. Yeah, may her soul rest in peace. I've learned a lot from her, and I'm very grateful that she was a part of my life.
Now, like for me, when I look at your life, and I mean, you have a big family as well. So just to be able to manage all that is quite fascinating, and obviously, I can see where that comes from.
Yeah, yeah.
One piece of advice you got as a young athlete that sticks with you today.
Hmm. As an athlete,
Yes, when you were growing up playing sport, what's that one piece of advice that you always remember?
I remember my uncle who passed on. Um, he always says, "What sport are you playing?" And I said, "I play cricket." Say, "What the hell is that?"
Yes,
By that time, cricket was not that famous in our Kasi, but it was growing.
yes.
And I said, "I play cricket." He says, "Oh, all right. Do you love it?" Firstly, you love the sport. I said, "I enjoy it." He said, "Learn to love it." He said to me, "Learn to love what you're enjoying, then you'll go far." Simple.
Learn to love what you're enjoying, and I guess that's why we are where we are today. But we'll come back to that. When I check my phone, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that the stream is still, all set. Or I'll also be reading comments from here. Um, so for now, yeah, I'm just struggling on this side a bit. I hope the stream is fine. Um, if you go back and you could relive your childhood sporting moment, one moment that you remember as a young sportsman, what would that be?
Um, so I loved athletics.
Yes,
I love your 100-meter sprints,
yeah.
but I was the slowest guy.
We all love 100 meter sprints, but we're
I
nowhere
was
near
I
good at
was
it.
the slowest guy. The reason why I'm mentioning that part is because it it grew me.
Yes,
From that, we'll go to other schools to compete. I'll get chosen. 100 meters. Some people will say, "Ah, no, it's just
it's
here.
just yeah,
It's just here." But the energy
yeah,
from the beginning to the end is total different thing.
100.
I will run 40 meters and be pop. After that, everyone will pass me, woof, woof,
Yes,
woof, and I'll be number last.
yeah.
But because my teachers believed in me that I can do it,
Well, they saw that passion that you have for it.
definitely. And I'll keep on saying, no, I don't want to do your long distance. I want this. I want this. And I remember one day we were just joking around with, with my friends and say, ah, guys, let's race. Because those guys, in my mind, they beating me at school.
Yes.
You know, they beating me at school. But now we are out of school. We're just kids. We're playing. We're having fun. I said, let's race. I beat them. It was more than 100 meters.
Yes.
Of where I got that energy, I don't know. And that was the beginning. But fun enough, it was the prep moment. That was my prep moment.
Yes.
You know, I never took it even far when I went to high school. I never did your athletics and all that. But that was my childhood moment. I'll never forget that because yes, I was so hungry to be number.
So, what first sparked your love for sports, would you say?
It's me playing it first.
Yeah.
It was not just one sport. As I mentioned, primary I ran. As I grew up, still in primary, I played soccer. Went to high school. That's where I started playing cricket. But the passion was there of doing something. You know, I always wanted to get involved in all those indigenous games and all also. You know, so I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to be sporty. I
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
be
where you have
everywhere.
fun, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I never had an opportunity to play rugby because some guy clapped me on my ribs there, and I said, "That's not the sport for me." I felt like we were fighting.
Yes.
You know, I felt like, and we were playing touch rugby.
Oh,
And
wow.
that guy just went on me.
I think he was an
That,
experienced rugby guy. And
yeah,
so
he
now you
was.
wanted to tackle.
And I, from there, my decision of me wanting to play rugby was like, no, it's
It's
not the
not for
sport.
me.
No, it's not. But yeah, I've wanted to play everything. Um, we didn't have so much. We had soccer, we had your athletics, we had cricket at that time. Soccer was big, more than cricket. You know, everyone in Lokshin when you grow up, kick a ball.
Everyone's kicking a ball
Yeah,
around. Yeah.
we did,
Cricket is not so much.
yeah, we didn't have your normal soccer balls, you know, like this ones. We had to grab lots of plastics and wrap them around and just to make a
Make your own ball.
yeah, make a ball. And then you are kicking with your calf foot.
Yes.
There was no cocks, no techies. You play with your techies, and your mom says when you're going to school, you're gonna go walk barefooted. So
Yes.
you put those ones safe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You save them, then you use your calf
So
foot.
it's either, I know it's either on the sand or in the street.
Yeah, no tarot.
Excuse me.
You go for it, bro. Pain, it vanishes, bro. Pain vanishes, and you tackle.
Yeah, but that's also like when you're having so much fun, you don't really care about what
Pain.
you're putting yourself through. You just
No,
want
bro.
to have fun. That's all that counts.
Lucky enough, even today, I never even went to hospital for any
Injuries for
injuries.
sport
Nah,
growing up. No,
nothing.
that's incredible. I think for me as well, um, I guess I hurt myself once for something that wasn't to do. We were playing sport actually, but it was like office cricket. I'll never forget that day.
So you guys were also
And then
naughty then.
hospital, bruh. But yeah, so what challenges would you say you've been faced with through your journey as a sports coach?
um, Chris, I faced so many challenges. Firstly, I lost my friend. You know, someone that I thought I will grow with in this um, cricket genre because now the sport was so big in me where I said I wanna actually continue to play, but at the same time I wanna coach the little ones, which I'm still doing even now.
Yes.
You know, I lost that guy. I lost Vincent Longwane, which was best bowler in Alex at that time. He was quick, very quick, and yeah, we wanted to achieve so much. I remember Uncle Hussein, if you still remember
Yes.
him. He was the main guy that wanted the Alex guys to do their level one of coaching. And by that time, I was still in school. Vincent was still in school. He organized everything, but I don't know what happened on the last day where we were supposed to go there and do our level one. So that was my biggest challenge to get more qualifications of what I want to do because I have passion for this thing,
Yeah.
and getting your level one, it was hard, very, very, very hard. Even when I got mine, we had issues of those guys that are teaching you your level ones. They had stories, they have their old stories with Alex guys and Osmond guys or
So
whatever.
like almost like a history.
Yeah, they have a history with those guys. So when you go there, they'll make sure that they knock you down.
Or they treat you
Yes,
badly
yeah,
to
yeah.
try and stop you from achieving those
Achieving, yes, yes.
qualifications.
But now they were looking after their own areas. In Alex, they were just like, these boys, they will just fool around with the certificates and all that. But obviously, when someone doesn't know your plans, doesn't know your vision, obviously, they'll definitely come your way and just ruin it.
That's a
You know.
poor way of thinking, and it's almost it's. I think the saying is crabs in a barrel.
Mm.
You know, when a crab climbs up the barrel, the other one pulls him
Pull
down,
down.
and that one wants to go up. So, yeah, that's just a poor way of thinking.
Yeah, no, those are the challenging moments for me. To be far with what I love, what I enjoy. I never thought cricket will be, or should I say, coaching will be something that I would be passionate about. But me doing my sports management, I had I had that. I didn't
Yeah,
want to
you
do
had
anything.
clear goals with
Yeah,
Vincent, right?
I had clear goals. I mean, like we wanted to take over your. There's a school that I was. I don't know if I should mention names.
You
But
can if it's like your school. That
yeah,
you're also putting name, and maybe someone watching will be come to us and say, okay, I want to be able to help you at that school. Like
yeah,
for me,
yeah,
I went to Elridge Primary School. I went to Willow Crescent. I love my community. You know, there's cricket happening there. There's football happening there. So when anything comes up, I go back and I start there, and then you
yeah.
grow from there.
I think by that time, Reese, me and Vincent, we got an opportunity to coach the school called Bella Vista, just next to Wanderers.
Yeah.
We had fun there. My first achievement of any medal was a summit tournament there at Bella Vista.
Yes.
I mean, like everyone will say, how did you make it with Bella Vista kids? I said, you guys thinking that Bella Vista kids can't do anything.
Yeah.
They have proper sportsmen there. So we took a soccer tournament under 11 in 2007. So we were the champions, and I was the coach there. I was the youngest coach.
Yes.
You know, the parents didn't even believe that I can do it, but it wasn't me. It was the love of what I was doing,
Yes.
what I
Yes.
was giving to the kids, what they believed
Yeah.
on.
Going back to what your
Yeah.
uncle instilled in you,
Yes. You
and
see.
then
So it was lucky. We wanted to achieve. We wanted to bring more guys from Alex to come and help us at Bella Vista, but we didn't have funds to do that. It was our plan. We didn't have funds to do that, and that's where I lost Vincent,
yeah.
where he got shot and he died. And yeah, that was crazy. And that love, that passion of me wanting to push it, kind of like went down because I didn't have anyone to do
Yes.
everything with.
Because you were like you had
Yeah,
your best friend. You guys do everything together. You have the same vision, same goals.
you
You
see,
push each other,
yeah.
keep each other in check.
So I had to like lay low a little bit, and start picking up myself alone and try to see if I can make it or not. You know, yeah, it was difficult times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still miss that guy big
Yes.
time.
Yeah, I know you speak about him quite a bit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
when we have our chats. But that's what it is. You know, I have similar stories,
Mm.
and hopefully one day I'll be able to tell mine. I'll sit in the other chair, and
that, that
someone can then
that would be
interview me.
awesome. That would be awesome. I think you're gonna get five guys interviewing you.
100%. When would you say? When did you first realize sports would be such a big part of your life? Because that's at the end of the day today.
Mhm.
Um, I think you kind of answered that point, so you don't need to dwell on it too much because I know you mentioned in school you guys had the opportunity to start coaching
Yeah,
or
yeah.
go for your level ones and so on. What was that defining moment? Can I say?
Look, when I was in What standard was I? I love my standard. I don't love my grade. Yes, I
Yes,
grew up
old
with
school.
standard,
Yeah.
old school. I always go old school. When I was in standard 8, my class teacher was Rinki Tlaviani, one of the awesome old actors from your Bophelo Ke Semphego and all those old stories.
Yes.
She was my class teacher, and I was the only guy at that point in time who was playing cricket because Vincent has done his matric, is out of that school.
Okay.
You know, I was the only guy who was playing cricket in Alex, in that school only. You know, we went to Mpumalanga MTN Festival Cricket Tour, whatever. We won that easy. And then when I came back, she said to me, "What is it that you wanna be when you grow up?" And I said, "A coach." "And what do you wanna coach?" I said, "Sport." "Okay, you're playing cricket, but you can't say I wanna coach cricket." I said, "No, I love sport. Sport as a whole. Wherever I fall, I go."
Yeah.
You know, the passion will grow from what I'll be doing to a certain
You
sport.
already had the passion.
Yeah, the passion is there.
So
I mean,
now
like
you're
I'm
just
just saying,
learning the passion of that sport
yes,
and
of that
then
particular sport.
projecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was my moment. I mean, like you've been asked by this person who knows my mom's sister as a teacher, and then each and every time when I go said, "I'm gonna tell Mama how that
Yes.
you are naughty at school." What. So she
She
kept me
kept you
alive.
in check.
She kept me on check, and I really respect that. And a lot of other teachers at school, I mean, they were proud of me. Um, I'm just mentioning her because she was my class teacher.
Yeah.
She understood me more, especially when I as a petty boy, and she was also petty, and she just understood me. And then we was at home. She was a next door neighbor, so it wasn't that difficult for her to kind of like come to me and talk to me about whatever I wanted to, you know. So she was always there, managing me to grow. But she was only there for 1 year. Um, she was my class teacher for 1 year, and then that was
I believe, nothing happens coincidentally. There was a reason why she was there for that
it.
1 year,
Yeah.
is to plant the seed in your life and then go on her journey. And then,
Definitely.
even if it was, I'm sure she impacted a lot of people,
Yeah,
but I think she was sent there to specifically plant that seed in you, going forward,
and
if you think about it.
yeah, definitely, Riz. And a lovely moment is that she was an actor. She was famous.
Yeah.
But when we are at school, she's not famous.
Yeah.
Kids will come passing uh, on a door while she's teaching and say, "Hey, Matiti!"
Yes.
That was the name in that storytelling.
Yeah.
So they will come and just bother her with that. But as a grown up, she understood that these kids are still learning and all that. She couldn't get angry.
Yeah.
She'll joke about it and all that. And for me, being taught by that person,
Yeah. That's significant.
yeah, when you
At
look
that
back,
time,
when
yo,
you look back, you say, "Hey, this person of this caliber,
exactly.
you know, I've had an opportunity to be taught by this person." And yeah, that was amazing. That was
Yeah, that's
amazing.
that's fascinating. Do you have any lessons that you would say still guides you today, um, that you've learned from your coaching career so
um, I'll say I learn every time. I learn every time.
far? Always keep learning.
I keep on learning because I coach different kids, um, different energy, but I gel with any energy, especially from kids. I come with my own energy for those kids to have that
Yeah, you have to
fun
have.
moment.
We speak about
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
lot.
So
If you don't have energy, you're in trouble.
especially with the small ones, I'll ask so many coaches and say, "Guys, can you actually coach your KG1? I mean, those guys are crutch guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you coach?"
4, 5 year olds.
Yeah, and I'll say to them, "I'll give you 5 kids. Manage those kids. Do something, and then they must get it."
Yeah.
Ah, bruh,
Now
that
that's
doesn't.
tough. That's not for the faint-hearted.
No,
That's
no,
throwing
bruh.
someone under the bus, bro. It's a very
Definitely,
unique
it's a
thing
very
to be
unique
able
thing.
to do.
Yeah, that energy that you bring every day when you say I'm going to work. It's so I can't even explain it because it gives you joy. You can be angry from at home fighting with your kids or whatever. But when you come to work, bruh,
Everything changes.
everything changes. The mood changes. You just have fun with the kids. You need to run around with them for them to understand you.
Yes. They learn by you doing,
Yes.
not just
No.
you can't. You're speaking to a 4-year-old,
We can't watch TV and say, you see what they're doing. Let's do it.
Do that.
They want you to do it with them.
Yeah.
And I think me and you also, Coach Garrett, Coach Gift, are doing that job amazingly. And other coaches also.
I think like, it helps when you have people with the same passion,
Yeah.
because I can feed off you, you feed off me. um, if I'm not feeling so okay for the day, you know
Yeah,
to
I'll
step
step up.
in,
Yeah.
and vice versa. But also that energy that we bring to school, and then we feed off. I always speak about this.
Mm.
You can't. There's no way you're gonna be sad coaching 20 uh, 4-year-olds.
Hey, they'll give you stress, but
They you will have a miserable day. So I think that's I think we're the luckiest people in terms of work. We
yeah,
get to work with hundreds of kids daily,
but
and we
different
feed off different
characters.
energies.
Yeah, different questions every day. Why, coach, do you have a cheese scope?
Yeah.
Why don't
Oh
you like
yeah.
it?
Yes, like all the time, man. And they want us to take off our hats
Yeah, I
to
mean,
see, hey man, this guy always I never see this guy without the hat. And then they see, oh, you're bald.
yeah, look, it's fun. When you're enjoying your job, when you're enjoying what you're doing, yeah, it's so much easier, for those kids to just gel with you
And to learn,
and to learn.
importantly,
Yeah,
because they're there to learn.
they're there to learn definitely. And when parents see those things, they might think that you are not doing your job. But I love it when we have those kind of days where we invite parents and
Yeah.
then they come see
Yeah.
what the coaches are doing.
Yeah, that's also special.
It's very special because now I love putting parents in that situation. So my kids will demonstrate, and then the parents will have to do it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you get that response from the parents. Say, coach, that looks so
Yeah.
easy. But when you're doing it,
I think that's something special that we do at the Early Learning Center, where we have a specific day, hundreds of parents,
yeah,
hundreds of students, and they can see what we put their kids through, and they're so grateful because
yes,
I think we do quite special work, not just us being who we are.
it's an
Um,
amazing job that we're doing.
yeah, the way
Yeah,
we also implement what we do. They, I mean, kids are doing push-ups, sit-ups. When we have a small Indiana
yeah,
conditioning session. This one is fun. That one is ball skills. So to see the kid at 4 years old, and I'm a big believer
yeah.
of that. You can't send your kid to a school where we work, and the kid can't do those things.
Ah, no, bruh.
It will speak a lot about the coaches, but we keep ourselves to such high account that we make sure that this kid must be able to do multiple things
Yeah,
on the
before they
field.
reach before they reach a certain age,
100%.
you know.
Do you have a coaching mentor that shaped your coaching philosophy, would you say?
Not really, not really. I have a lot of coaches that I played with, or actually they coached me before,
Yeah.
and at the same time played with them because I was doing cricket then. Um, Played with them, and then now I'm coaching with them. I'll give you a perfect example. It's Coach Felix.
Yes.
He coached me when I was still a lighty in high school. Um, he played with me when we were playing SU1, SU2, you know, played against your Veds, you played against your Bosman, those teams, and on Soweto, all those teams. We played together in the same team, you know. And then I only find out that he's coaching at a certain school and I'm coaching at a certain school. And then we once met, you know, we once met
Playing against one another.
playing against one another. I say, Coach, but you're gonna have much more experience than me because now I'm a lighty,
That's
I'm learning
unfair.
and unfair, and I beat him,
Yeah.
and I did actually beat him. So I said, okay, whatever you taught me, I can
There you
still
can see
implement
the
it. Yeah.
fruits now.
Now you can see the fruit because I managed to actually beat you.
100%.
And it was lucky. I mean, we joke about it with Coach Felix. We joke about it with Coach Steven from St. Peter's. Those are the guys that actually grew me. I mean, there was a guy called Lucky Nemalili. He used to play for Alex. He used to coach at Red Hill. He's the guy who actually brought me to Red Hill. So he's no longer coaching now. Those are the guys that will say they are mentors. And I found Aubrey Sichuaro here who just welcomed me here at Red Hill and just made my life better. And he believed in me in whatever I was doing. And I never had problems with anything
Yeah.
while I'm under his watch.
Also, when I know you also started to be a chef as well.
Hey,
You
bro.
know, you you had a time where you were working as a chef. When did that happen? Like, obviously, you would have gained coaching experience,
Yeah,
and then you took a break. Was that break you spoke about, or did that was there another break that happened where you went into the food industry, took some time, learned that craft, and then came back to sport? How did that
no,
happen?
I finished my matric when did my sports management and I graduated in 2004.
Yes.
So in 2004, I got a job because now there's no, I was trying to get involved in sports, but now nothing was coming up. And then a friend of mine said, "Hey man, you need people for bakery and what. They will teach you everything and all that." So, hey, no, Akuna Matara, I'm coming there, Baba. We went there not even for an interview.
You just went straight into the job.
Straight into the job. They say change in white, wear your whatever gloves. Started showering your dough. This is how we make bread. I worked there for 6 months. The company got liquidated. Then I started chilling down and said, Ish, there's nothing that I can do now. With Vincent gone those years, and I went to Bella Vista. Obviously, by the time Vincent was there, I went to Bella Vista. And then when Vincent passed on, I kept going. I pushed myself saying, I'm going to do this for Vincent. I'm going to work there at Bella Vista until,
You had
you know,
even bigger purpose
yeah,
now.
from your 2004 to 2007, now I was at Bella Vista. But at the same time, I was missing bakery, you know, I was missing bakery. And then one day, this guy said to me, um, I'm running a mini club. It's just a bar club, milk bar. Now it's called milk bar.
Yes.
Uh, his name was Peter Hooper, the owner. He says, ah, man, I need someone who can do rolls. I'm tired of buying rolls and all
Yes.
this. But I'm coaching.
Perfect.
But I'm coaching. So, no, you go coach, do your stuff. When you're done, you come here, you do rolls for
Jeez.
me.
You see why I say there's never coincidences. That was perfect because now you've gained the experience in the bakery.
Yes.
Now someone needs you to specifically make rolls.
Rolls for him. He says the rolls are expensive and all that. So he bought me a machine where you, after doing your dough, everything, you cut the rolls, you put them, and they just kind of like grow. I don't know what you
Raise.
call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I showed the rolls for you. He enjoyed my rolls. He said, but I can give you another job here if you're interested. You want to learn how to cook, how to do everything, your pizzas, chicken strips, whatever is being done in that. Because it was not big, that place. It was a sporting
Facility
facility.
like sports bar.
Yes, like a sports bar. So I was not doing so much. And I said, I don't have a problem. I said, no, I'll give you money. Don't stress. Ah, hurry. Hurry. So when I finished coaching at Bella Vista, come to Santin Sports Club, doing my chefs, chaisa around 12 midnight, go back to Alex. The following day, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same. So that's that's how I came in love with this
Cooking and
cooking stuff. Cause
being chef and
yeah, because also my mom was a was a baker, you know. So she taught me a lot again at home. You know how to cook, you know,
you already
proper.
had the basics
Ah,
before all
before
that even
everything
happened.
was my gogo started,
Yeah.
and mom. And then now I'm going to different places now, exploring again what I can do. Is it sport? Is it cooking? Those are the two things. You know, I love them both, but
Yeah.
times are not allowing me, so
Yes.
I need to choose one.
Yeah.
You know, but now I pushed for a couple of years, um, being a chef there. The guy, the girl that taught me was Julia. She's still there. Fun enough,
Nice.
even now she's still there. Um, she went home one time. Then she left me to do everything.
Yes.
It was chaos. It was chaos on that night when she left. Um, the owner of that place, which is Peter Hooper, just invited people to come
So
in. Yo, so you had pizza, one will order, your chicken strip, one will order, ribs, one will order. It was a big kitchen. It had everything.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
get lots of people
I
already.
will prepare before I go home
Yeah.
for the next day.
Wow.
Everything. But now your pizza bases, it was not buying pizza base. You had to
You
do them
make
from
it just
scratch.
yes from scratch.
From scratch. Then you put them, you cut
Sure.
them, you put them in
So you had to like run the whole thing
a
and still make the
yeah. But now that's why I took a decision after I said that's not me. I don't wanna work like that.
yeah.
I don't wanna be
It's too
under
much.
pressure. It's too much.
Yeah.
I enjoy, but now it's too much for me. And that's where I met Robbie Brighton.
Yes.
Robbie Brighton was still at Red Hill by that time. Now he's in Belu. Said, Emuna, Lucky Nemalili told me about you. That you played cricket and you can actually coach us. I'm still coaching at Bella Vista, but my contract is finishing anyway, end of the year and all. You know, I'll tell Lucky to come to Red Hill. Came to Red Hill, easy. Um, they gave me an opportunity to prove myself that I know the job. Um, it was cricket season. They gave me a B team of under 13s. Reach that rock. That team rocked. They just believed on this coach.
Yes.
You know, they just believed on this coach. You went to your Heron Bridge, you played with your Heron Bridge, you played with your Jane Fan, you played. Those boys were on fire. They could beat our A team of under 13.
Yes.
And that was my breakthrough. That was my breakthrough. And then by that time, I was not permanent. I was just coming in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Afternoons. And yes, um, Robbie's a great guy, bro. The people that worked under that guy or worked with him, even the teachers in class, because he was a maths teacher, he's amazing. Wherever he is, he's amazing. I know that for sure. I was with him last week.
I was
And
gonna say he recently celebrated his birthday,
yeah,
didn't
his 50th birthday, and he said to me, "Hey, brah, you are still gonna be where I am. Meaning, I'm still gonna hit my half century.
he? Yes.
I'm going there, about 50 years. I'm going there, but I'm not in a rush.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
Pump
not
the
in a
brakes a
yeah,
bit.
easy, guys.
I'm glad you mentioned the
Sorry.
your first team being a B team
Mm.
because I want you to share an underdog story. That was my next question.
Yeah.
Um, about an athlete or team that you worked on. So you can elaborate on that.
Yeah, on that one, the B team was actually for me. It was not a bad team. I just had to motivate the guys. The way the coaching was, Lucky was taking the A team, which um, Lucky Nemalili was taking the A team, and I was taking the B team. But I also wanted to prove to Lucky that you actually didn't pick the wrong guy to come to Red Hill,
Yeah.
you know. But by proving that, I had to push my own buttons, you know, to reach or to pass like its achievements. I couldn't pass it, but I proved to him that I can beat your team.
Yeah.
Even though you're saying that you have the best A team, say no ways.
I'm here, Baba.
I'm here, Baba. My team can actually beat your team and it can be the A team. And you give me your A team, that A team can beat the B team.
Yes.
Vice
Yeah.
versa.
So you were basically making sure that whatever team I work with, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna bring the best out of these players.
100%, Triso. And I think if the players buy into your own philosophy of coaching, how you coach, how you bring up their strongest ability, you know, um, it's very important. I mean, like they will just excel on their own. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do much. You just be there for them.
Yeah.
When they say, "Coach, I'm struggling here," create time, help them. They will succeed. You always create time with the guys from your under 14s, the guys that we went to Penryn with.
100%.
You know, um,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Actually.
that's what they need. They need someone to always be there for them. Open that door for them to be able to come to you
Yeah.
without fear
Yes.
and ask you.
That's special that you actually point that out, because for me, I I more think technically,
Yeah,
so I don't necessarily think about um, what the player may need or anything. I just think, what does the team require?
yeah.
Does everyone, fit each role perfectly,
Yes,
and
yes,
and
yes.
then polish each role, and then ultimately you then actually showing lots of care towards the player in return.
Yeah.
But we wanna always try and win. So you look at, okay, cool. What do I need to focus on as a coach?
As a coach, yeah.
Now I always look at it from my side to
Mm.
say, where do I need to improve? Oh, this one doesn't have this, so I need to spend time there.
There, yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's I mean we coach differently.
yeah,
We coach differently. Kids believe us differently. They see us differently as coaches. One might excel when you are coaching, might not excel with me, but it's how I coach.
yeah,
And I always say coaches must not give away what they believe is right for them.
yeah.
Yeah, don't give away. Someone can say whatever they want to say. You have those people that are always going to be negative. Blow them away. Continue your job.
Yeah.
That's how you succeed.
Trust in
Yeah,
your
in
ability,
your
your
ability.
philosophy, your experience,
Yes,
and that's how you then become successful.
definitely.
That's fantastic. I want us to go into some fun
Ah,
trivia questions. Yeah.
bring it on.
So the first one, if you were in sports, what career would you have chosen? Like, if yes, you were a cricket coach, athletic coach, uh, but if you had to choose a professional sport, which would you want to do?
I'll still go cricket wise.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll still go cricket wise. There's a lot that when you're watching other players or other teams play, you say, "Hey, but here maybe I can be an asset.
Yes.
I can just groom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's groom
Just
these
give me
guys there.
that role
Yeah,
there.
just give me that role, and I can polish it.
Yeah.
You know, definitely cricket. Second will be soccer.
Yes.
Second will be soccer. I've recently loved coaching girls.
Yeah.
Girls soccer, and they're doing so well. That one I take after you. To be honest, I saw you how you coach the girls, and then you guys winning the tournaments there. And then I said, why can't I do it with the little ones? You have the bigger girls. Why can't I do it with the little ones? I mean, I look at your under 11; they were in great state.
Yeah, we're in a great space.
Yeah,
We have more girls playing soccer than any school we played in. Like, I'm speaking quadruple the
yeah.
numbers, not just double.
But they enjoy their sport. They're not competing against boys, or they don't see themselves as boys. They're
Yeah,
playing girls.
girls only.
Girls only. And in in that space of theirs, they're quite an awesome bunch, which is your under 9, 10,
Yeah,
11,
special,
12, and 13.
special, special.
Very special. I mean, like we have a proper team for under um, 13s that are going to under 14s next year. Whoever is going to take that under 14, bruh, you have awesome
Yeah,
players.
you're inheriting. But that's how a system works.
Yeah.
I always believed in you build a system. You know, you don't
Mm.
focus on the results. You make sure that the system can feed itself.
Yeah.
And then over enough time, that's how you excel. You know, you must think about. I thank you for acknowledging. You know that I kind of in some way or another inspired the girls soccer, but I was
Yeah. Yeah.
inspired by someone.
Here we
I was
go.
inspired by Chris Mukwebu. You know, that's the first coaching role in the high school
Mm.
for soccer that I was given because the boys were already taken up. Mr. Situaro
Yeah.
actually saw that, hey, let's give this. And Chris is so passionate. You speak about passion. You know Chris. Yes, that guy will run from here to Polokwane. Now, lots of energy, lots of passion.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't care where the skills were. He was the guy that said, I will show you
Yeah.
how to do X, Y, and Z. And him being the head coach, I was the junior coach.
Mm.
I learned from him, you know. And when he had gone, then I had to keep that
on.
mentor burning. So that's how it kind of, you know. And we always knew you start with the juniors, they'll grow over years. Before you know it, you're winning trophies. And I mean, we've proven that. And then now with the junior school, you know, like you say, whoever's gonna get next year's under 14s are gonna be special.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how the system then feeds itself. So you have to start at the bottom always.
Yeah. Coach Rich, we always go back and say, you don't stop learning.
Yeah, never.
I'm older than you, I'm older than Chris, but I still learn from you guys.
Yes.
We didn't have that opportunity of coaching girls at our time when I was here at Retail, which I came before you, obviously.
Yeah.
But you guys started something. Chris started something. You followed, and now I'm following. It doesn't mean because I'm older, I stop learning. No, I keep on learning. You know, that's what I say. We're gonna keep on going back and say, hey,
It's a cycle.
it's a cycle,
Yeah.
we're helping each other. No,
And I think that's very important that you mention that because the moment you think you've hit the ceiling, no, go back
go back.
so you can start again. So you
100%.
never stop learning. I mean, that's just a general rule in life,
Yes.
isn't it? Favorite sporting venue you've either played in or coached in,
Ah,
or even spectated in. So even if you know, have been in a stadium where you're a spectator.
yeah, I'll say Wanderers.
Yes.
The reason why
Wanderers Cricket Stadium.
yeah, I'll say Wanderers. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm gonna keep on bringing this guy. We have done a lot. So in our days when we were playing cricket, they will choose a couple of guys from Alex, they'll choose a couple of guys from Soweto,
Yeah.
Bosmont, whatever. So they'll bring all these guys together. We'll go to Wanderers.
And the central point was
Yes,
the Wanderers.
It was Wanderers. And then you'll have coaches that don't usually coach you. They are coming from Soweto, and you are not being coached by those guys. You
Yeah.
are coached. I mean, you are not being coached by your normal
by your
coach.
coaches,
Yes.
you're being coached by
So-
other coaches.
The coaches will swap. You'll have your Vem, you'll have your Felix that was there. You'll have Andrew Maluka. You'll have your
Harmony in Singa.
Harmony. Yes, and then you have Dr. Ali Baha.
Yes.
He wasn't coaching; he was observing. You have Uncle Hussein sitting there with him, Dr. Ali Bahan, just watching the talent. We were enjoying ourselves and we forgot that we were doing trials. I didn't care about trials. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You enjoyed the moment being in that stadium. That's all. I say that because that's all I cared about. When I'm there, yes, I'm just savoring the moment.
Oh, I enjoyed running in that thin grass. You know that when you hit the
It's
ball,
lush, bro.
when people are saying, I'm playing at a stadium, I go to Alex Stadium, just making an example.
Yes.
It's not a cricket ground, but you're looking at the grass. Grass is thicker. You go to cricket, yes.
It's a carpet, literally like a
But
carpet.
I don't have that hair to show you. Mine is bloody
The hair is
rubber.
too much.
That thing is thin. You hit the ball as a coach, ground floor. You have to feel there's a fielder there. You feel special that that ball is actually
Yeah,
coming with
it's
that speed,
amazing. I
but
know
I'm
what
gonna
you
prove
mean.
myself
Yeah,
to pick it up.
yeah.
You know, Wanderers was amazing. I had an experience with my friend today, Vincent, um, and they took us to this. They just wanted to show us of all this, your Hansi Kronje, Les
Yeah, something
Kluzna.
to aspire to.
Yeah,
That's a big
what is it that they have for lunch? Your drinks. What is, they're
the
changing room, the
experience, the whole
experience. Yeah,
experience.
I mean, like we went for chows. Right now, that was my favorite moment. They had chefs, so they hoed a chicken, lots of chicken. They put it there, quarter chickens. They put there. They say save yourself, salads and rolls. Then you have juice and water. Boys from your cassis, all the cassis that were there, boys from cassis. Guess what will be the first thing in your plate?
Chicken.
Chicken. And not just one quarter.
Yeah.
I hold Baba full chicken there. Before we shout, uh, Dr. Ali Baha came. Said, guys, let's pray. We prayed. After we prayed, he said, nobody is eating. Wait. He went around our table with the chef. He took out lots of meat in each and every one of us plates.
Sure.
So you're left with one piece, one quarter chicken, and then lots of salad.
I see.
Lots of salad. He says a roll. Says that's how you eat.
Yes.
We didn't think that we were gonna get those chickens today.
Yeah. Look, I guess that's natural, a natural way to think. But I like that he did that way. He showed you, hey, this is how you should eat.
Yeah.
You don't need, it's not the last
No
day of eating.
So yeah, he was just showing us of how those big guys in their lunchtime, how
That's
they
how
ate.
they actually eat, not the
Yes.
way you thought.
No, and they had a lot of water more than your juices. They'll drink a juice, whoever eat half, and they'll drink a bottle of water, full bottle of water. So they were just saying to us, you need to manage how you eat, especially when you're playing. Lunchtime, it doesn't mean kill yourself. You have a nice food that are still gonna maintain you for the other half of the game. So coming to your question, Wanderers is the amazing place, Baba.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you went to the food side because I believe that's the best food ever. Bro, every time I go there, so the one experience I had was to be in the commentary box.
Yeah.
So they have a general area and then obviously where all the media houses are. And growing up, you always hear guys like Sean Pollock. They speak about the food. So the one day when I got to experience the food that they talk about, will blow your mind, bro. I know there's amazing chefs, amazing five-star restaurants or whatever the case may be, but the food at the Wanderers is something else, bro.
Yeah, take me back.
Well,
Yeah, now
it's something else.
now I have to pay you.
Now look, hopefully someday we'll try and make a plan because I obviously had a pass to go there. And
Yeah. I
that
mean,
was
like,
incredible. The
look
media
at
box.
you telling that story about the media box, and look at what you're doing now.
That's so true. Eh?
Yeah, you came from there. You had an opportunity to see where your Sean Pollock and wherever those big guys were there, your Lens Cruz now, and they were commentating and all that. Being in that box with those equipment, um, I think you never thought that you'll be.
So obviously by then I already had started the podcast, but what I think you're trying to say is where we are now in terms of this kind of production now.
bro, yes.
Yes, I didn't think it would happen so soon. But yeah, I'm grateful. And I think, earlier when we started the podcast, you said, thanks for testing out your equipment with me. I think I always believe in, that's for anything we sportsmen. Number one is always the best.
Bruh,
You always bank on the first memory.
Yeah.
So for me to sit here and test it with you, who I spend 90% of my time with. The 10% is either at home or family
Yes,
or
yes,
whatever.
yes.
We spend lots of time together. So I'm very grateful that you would say that and to be the first one. Again, that wasn't a it
That's
wasn't
not
an
in your mind.
instinctive thing to say or coincidental thing to say
Mm.
I want Charlie to be. No, I didn't think about it until the other evening where I messaged you and said I just had a thought. I have all the equipment. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's test it. And I think people will agree. From the podcast that you did before,
Yeah,
there's there's so much quality compared to that
yeah. It's a big difference if you look at
one. Yeah, it's
where I started.
yeah,
Then Orbs' one was the the big vision,
yeah.
and now this is the start
Going
of where
forward,
we want to go.
and I believe whoever is gonna be interviewed by you next, will feel so happy, will feel so lively. Um, Things will start coming up.
Yes,
You know, Obviously, I'm wishing all the best in doing everything that you wanna do, achieving more. I think this equipment we still can get more.
yes,
You know, the
100%.
quality,
Yeah,
more quality, and all
absolutely. You
that.
can always get better, as you say. You can
Better,
always learn, and I believe you can always get better at something.
100%.
No, that's awesome. Thanks so much, Charlie.
Are you welcome, buddy?
Who's your favorite sportsman of all time? Sportsman, sportswoman, and why would you say that?
I'll say, I'll say Lens Kluse.
Lance Klusner. I remember that bowling action is something we always used to replicate in the yard.
Yeah. To go to the end of of the question that you're asking me, saying why. Um, he and Alan Dolan made me cry for the first time.
In sport, like first time.
Yes, and then by that time I was watching with my mom,
Yeah,
and the tears just came down. I couldn't hold it. But why?
yes,
You,
we are
no, no,
there.
we are there. We are there. And I know the moment, especially when I say those two.
Yeah, you
Those
know
were
exactly what
those were
you're
the
talking.
legends. Lance Newton, the way he was hitting the ball, he was
One of
amazing.
the first Gen 1 all rounders, I would say,
Yeah,
in
he
South
was
Africa.
smashing that thing, bruh. Out of when you go to Wanderers and you go there at the top, then you look down at those guys that are playing there. Sometimes you don't. Let me just say you don't see their faces,
Yeah,
you know, because you are too far from them. Imagining that guy hitting the ball to get where you are.
yo. Oh, so those are like the memories that you're
Yes,
like,
you
that
see,
guy.
yeah, that guy, and then only to find out when your betting is, I don't think it's power. I think it's a technique of how you hit the ball.
Technique, yeah,
I
timing.
mean, that guy was not tough, and I was expecting someone with muscles, your Jack Callis, you know, that comes and say, "Ah, nah, I can say." He was hitting the ball
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
but the way Lance was making it so easy, it looked so easy to hit the ball out of the stadium.
Yeah, he was your first power hitter.
Yeah,
So yes, Carlos could hit the ball, but he was a stroke maker. Hence why he
he will
has
take time,
all the
So
runs,
yes,
that that's there statistically. But yeah, you're right. I see exactly what you mean. You enjoyed seeing how far he could hit the ball, and he did it effortlessly.
yo, brah, and yeah, even when he made me cry, but that was um those tears. I think that just pushed me to be better
Yes,
in what I'm doing because I know he was thinking something there. Alan Donalds was also thinking something. You need one run to win. It's
yes,
a World Cup.
yeah.
It's finals. Alan Donald drops the bat. He goes halfway the pitch. He goes back again to pick
And
it
that
up.
time,
Oh, at that
Klusner is
time,
running.
you two guys already on the other side.
No,
then,
that's. I think that memory will stick with us forever.
yo, yeah, yeah, I cried, bro. I cried. When I'm thinking about that moment, I'm just thinking and visioning my mom how we were watching cricket together on that day.
Yeah.
You know,
Also, it also reminds you of
yeah,
being with your mom.
being with my mom. I mean, she was the one who was buying me all these things, pushing me, you want to do. She was never at one of my cricket matches. But one thing for sure, I knew that she was supporting me.
Support.
I'll say I want this. She say I'll make a plan. So she played a huge role for me to have what I want.
Yeah.
You know, in developing my career in playing cricket. I didn't go far with cricket in terms of playing it, but the love of the game, it was amazing.
I think also I always say I'll never promise to coach a kid to be a national cricketer.
No.
But the lessons you learn just playing the game itself, it teaches you patience, it teaches you discipline, it
Yeah.
teaches you respect, it teaches you to be a gentleman, So at best, at worst, can I say, you're learning all
All
those
those things.
life skills because those are life skills,
100%. 100%.
So at the very least, that's what you walk away with.
I'll also give you another example of what you're saying. Kids are learning so much in sport away from their parents. We see that when you're doing your physical education here with the little ones. Behavior, start with behavior. From home, you can scream all you want. When you here, you don't.
Yeah,
When
different world.
you
Yeah,
go, you're in different world, but at the same time you're happy.
yeah.
You're happy to learn, and and that's very important. That's something that a lot of people are missing. Ah, yeah, you are a coach. Ah, yeah, I'm a coach and a parent at the same time. Not for my only kids, my own kids, but for everyone that I work with. I'm talking about the kids that I coach. The life lesson, I mean, like your behavior, you can see them changing as they grow up, which is
You can see
awesome.
them grow.
You can see them grow, which is awesome. That's what you want,
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
the ultimate goal.
yeah, I mean, for them to achieve whatever they want to achieve after your matric, after they decided it's either they do
Those
sport,
seeds
whatever,
would have been planted,
they
the
would have been
discipline, the
planted.
respect,
Yeah,
the behavior.
100%.
So then you merge it with all your skills in the classroom, and then
Boom, bro, you
you
become a
produce great human beings.
yeah.
Next one. If you had to coach any team, which team would it be? Professional team.
Oh, I've never thought so far about that. But our professional team, but I don't think I would love to coach any professional
Okay.
team. I would love to stay in development.
Okay. Okay.
I just love seeing kids grow
Grow.
on their own, going to that professional level on their own, not for me.
Yeah.
Because now remember, kids are changing when they grow up. You can groom a kid from your grade 5, being a best batter, being a best bowler, go grade 6, says I'm playing rugby. That energy there that you put in that kid
Will either make them stop
or continue. And at the same time, it's not about you, coach. It's what you have instilled in that boy or girl. The qualities that you gave that person can do any sport that they want. That's why I'm saying I don't think I want to coach any big teams out there, but I'm happy with the development, and that's that's where I will end.
thrive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
where I'll
think
thrive. That's
very
where
similar in that regard.
yeah, that's where my heart will stay. You know, I think when you're there in a professional team, you need
Stress. Lots of stress.
yeah, because now you are dealing with people that can think for
Yeah,
themselves.
you have to perform, you have to win.
When you're speaking about that, this guy from England, what's his name, Peterson, it's a retired guy.
Kevin Peterson.
Kevin Peterson said something last time when they were choosing these teams for that
The
in the
IPL.
yes. So they asked him a question, said, "What do you coach these guys?" Remember, we're talking about your AB de Villiers, we're
Yeah.
talking about your
I think that he
Klassen
came
or
in
whatever.
as a mentor.
Yes. And he says, I don't coach them. These guys are old enough. These guys are family guys.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. It's go there and do your best. Done. You know what I mean? So with my kids also, the kids are different because now you need to mold them. You need to be with them. You need to play around with them and all that. That's why I say I still have that energy to play around with kids, but at the same time
Makes
doing the
sense.
job.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And I guess your how you would test, and even me, how we test our um, excellence is how well we develop someone.
Mm.
Excuse me. Have we grown from level 1 to are we now level 6 in even a specific technique or behavior or
Yes, yes, yes.
discipline, or so that's how we can kind of rate our success.
100%. That's exactly that.
If your coaching style was a movie title, what would it be?
Hey,
Are you a
brah,
big movie person?
I'm, yeah, I'm a movie person, but only action,
Yes.
only action. And, I remember I said, okay, let me say, Coach Jean loved to say something to the kids, and I've taken it as a motivational word.
Yes.
Ariyeng.
Ariane.
That will
Let's
be
that's your movie title,
yeah,
so to speak, your coaching style.
yeah. I mean,
Let's
like,
go.
let's go push. it's come from it's coming from Coach Eugene. Yeah.
Yes.
So I always keep it in my mind. I mean, you can hear the little ones when I coach. When I say to them, okay, one lap, halfway, and then they start slowing down. Say, hey guys, hurry,
Ariane.
hurry,
Let's
hurry.
go. Let's
You know,
go.
let's go, let's
Yes.
go. Yeah, that would be the
Yeah.
title of the
No,
movie.
that's a great one. We use that word quite a lot, so I like
Yeah.
that one. Which sport would people be surprised to know that you're watching?
What do you call it? Kickboxing. What do you call it?
Is
You
it
can say
King MMA?
yeah, no, no,
UFC?
It's
Is it
UFC.
the UFC one?
The UFC. Um, people might think that I'm not watching that, or maybe some might think I'm not a fighter.
Yes.
I don't like fighting,
Yes, yes.
but I love seeing people fight.
Now
That's
UFC is fun, I won't lie.
it is fun. I mean, like, it takes so much energy. I know fighting, just fighting with someone, physical fighting, it's
And
skill.
now when there's techniques
When there's
involved,
techniques involved, and I say,
tough.
hey, this guy, he'll base you there, but he'll shove you down there. You know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But another question will be, will I want to do it? Will I want to try? Ah, never.
So I think on that one, I recently started learning jujitsu. So it humbles you,
Yeah.
right? You're not gonna fight now. You're nowhere near fighting.
Mm, mm.
But the process of learning each and every skill, how to come out of a situation, that's quite fascinating. So you don't necessarily need to fight, but you can learn parts of, like, some of them are boxers, some of them are jiu-jitsu, some of them are taekwondo. So you can learn that, like, a specific skill. And I mean, it helps you be able to defend yourself,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
know, um, in a situation
In different
someday, or
situation.
whatever the case
Exactly.
may be. Self-defense. You're
Yes.
walking with your wife, you know, you can defend yourself. Um,
Yeah.
and so it's just, I think, don't brush it off completely. You
No.
can see, hey, I like that fight. Like Drickus knows jujitsu,
Yeah.
as an example. So you can still learn a skill, and it's gonna take you years to even get to a fight. And even when I can qualify for fighting, I'm not fighting.
Nah, no,
I
no,
just
no,
want
no,
the skill.
brother. They will make your lights switch off
Yeah,
now. Yeah,
100%.
with one punch, one kick.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
out.
you out, definitely out, out. But it's a fascinating sport, as you said. It teaches you to be calm, be humble. I don't think those guys, even if they are fighters, I don't think they go out there and start fights and all that just
No,
because
no,
they know
no.
how to kick
I
the
think they
person or
teach you
whatever.
specifically not to
Yeah,
do those
it's
things.
a sport, but now it teaches you values.
Yeah,
You know, when you go out there, you're a human being. If somebody fights with you, pull back.
So I'll give you one lesson. I think it's lesson number 2,
Yeah.
where you, if you're confronted with anything, they teach you to move back first,
Mm.
and then by the third time, if you see those guys coming, and then they teach you how to be able to uh, diffuse the situation.
No, yeah.
For a good word to
Yes.
use in this situation, we don't
Not
want to.
black same.
Yeah, we don't want to come across as if we're fighters. So it teaches you like, oh, okay, cool. You're like, no, my guy, no, my guy, and then if he forces, then you can diffuse the
Yeah.
situation. So it's a fascinating skill, I guess.
It is, bruh. Hey, we're watching all these sports, but now there will be that sport that you're watching, and then people thinking that this one what is it that he's learning from
Yes,
there? You know, but there's a lot. You know, yeah, you're a human being. We facing different circumstances outside here. People might try to grab your phone and all that. So that's a skill that's coming in. Say, oh, I know how to do one, two,
exactly.
three. You know, without me even injuring anyone. You know, but yeah, it can help you. It can get you to trouble. You know what I
True,
mean? So
very true.
it's two ways. It's two
Yeah.
ways. So yeah,
Okay,
that's
so finally, to close the show, I'm gonna ask you rapid fire questions,
short.
and then you can just say whatever comes to your mind.
As long as English is not that too
Nah,
deep.
it's not your first language, so we
It's not my
understand.
mother tongue,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so favorite sports movie
I'm gonna be honest. I've never watched the movie.
relating to sport.
Nah.
Okay, you've already answered this one. One word that describes your coaching style. Arieng. Let's go.
Arying. That one I'll always go back to my uncle's with.
Yes.
You know, whatever you love, go with it, bro. Keep on pushing and then see what happens.
Favorite sports team.
I'm a Kosi for life.
I'm
I'm a
and
Kosi for life.
I'm the opposite, I have to say.
It's funny. It's funny now. Now I've been interviewed by a Bagania.
Yes.
You know, and I'm a Kosi fan. But hey, guys, we're not fighting.
Nah, nothing. And
No
that's
fight.
the beauty of, I think us, we're actually neighbors. Chiefs, Pirates, it's neighbors.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you never, God teaches us to love your neighbor. So even though I only support Pirates because I was told, hey, Baba, your dad's a pirate, you must support Pirates. And I actually became to love it so much. But when Chiefs does well, I'll be the first to say, yes, Chiefs is back. We need Chiefs to be back. So I'm actually happy for where they are now.
Yeah, no, like it. And my brother is also a Pagania. So
Yes.
me and
You
him.
see, your brother is the opposite. So only love, only love.
Yeah, definitely.
One word your players use that would describe you.
Funny.
Funny.
Funny. Very funny, energetic.
Yes.
I think my colleagues will say energetic.
Yeah.
But the kids will say funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Favorite hype song? The song that will get you, hyped for your day or a game or whatever the case may be.
Right, there are a couple of songs. I love reggae now.
Yes.
I just love reggae music.
Reggae music.
I'm not gonna
So you're
specifically
gonna say
say
a genre.
Genre reggae.
Being reggae. That gets you pumped up.
Guys, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I can back that one up, definitely. Dream location to watch a championship final.
As in like cricket or
Any sport.
any sport.
Any sport, any continent.
I love Cape Town Stadium.
So Newlands.
Yeah,
Newlands.
That would be awesome.
Coffee or energy drink?
I go for coffee. I go for coffee. Don't ask me why. I go for coffee.
In this job we do, you need energy. You have energy, but sometimes you need to refill that energy.
Energy every day. In the morning, during the day, later. But that's not how I drink my coffee.
Yes.
No.
Only in the morning. I know
Only in the morning, one
day.
coffee. After drinking a coffee,
it's done.
I go for
sparkling water.
I go for sparkling water. That's it.
Charlie, I want to thank you so much for your time. Really enjoyed the chat. I hope the viewers did too. And yeah, thank you. Very appreciative of. I think for me,
Mm.
why I do this is I always want people's stories to be told. So now your kids can, at home they can watch their dad and learn a bit more about their dad,
Yeah,
where their
yeah.
dad comes from, and they can really appreciate what you do for them.
Yeah, and also where you come from. I don't think we tell our kids where we come from most of the time, and that's amazing. And thank you for inviting me to just have a chat. A fun chat. I don't think it was anything um, difficult to answer.
Yeah.
You know,
Now it's
yeah.
meant to be fun. Especially now going forward. I want it to be fun. I want it to be
Mm,
interactive.
mm.
I'll obviously grow in terms of having a bit more. I need a production manager.
Yeah, yeah.
So, when we speak about stuff, there can be visuals. And we'll do this often. The next time I bring you on, it might be a whole different thing we speak about.
True.
But thank you so much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
my
it.
guy. I appreciate
All right. Cheers,
it.
guys.
Cheers,
Have a
guys.
good one.